Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome back to Eldritch Horror and Yog-Sothoth Turn 8. Okay, just a few corrections from last turn. We've got to move the Doom track down one, and we've got to get ourselves 2 clues back, because on the Mythos card we can only spend the 2 clues to prevent a reckoning happening on a existing Mythos card. We didn't have one, so we couldn't use 2 clues in that instance to stop the Doom track going down 1. Jackie gets 2 of her clues back, and we've moved the Doom track down to 9. Right, what else this turn? First player is going to be Ursula. So let's get straight across into the action phase. And here we are with Ursula in Rome. First thing she's going to do is she's going to move. So she's going to move to the pyramids, and then she's going to use a special ability to get to the heart of Africa. Here. And she's still got an additional action, because she gets an additional action because she used an uncharted path. And what she's going to do is she's going to rest. So she gets an extra health and an extra sanity, puts her up to, she's fully healed now at 6 health, and she has 4 sanity. As she's also resting, it means she gets a chance to try and put an Eldritch token on prayer. So she's got 3 willpower. And she passes, she gets a 5. So, was that in there? Oh yes, you can see that. Right, so let's put an Eldritch token on prayer. We won't flip it straight away, we'll see if we can get another one on it. And then we'll flip it then, see if it's any good for us. That's it for Ursula's move. She's now in the heart of Africa, and she can have a go at picking that clue up. There's another clue at Dakar not too far away as well, that's along 2 uncharted paths. So we should be able to get to that fairly easy as well. Right, that's it for Ursula. So next up in the action phase is Daisy Walker. And here we are with Daisy. Now Daisy is still not too good on the health front, so she's going to do another rest action. She's now up to 4 health, which is a lot better than it was. So she's now up to 4 health, but what I'm going to remember this round is the fact her special ability, when you perform a rest action, you may perform 1 additional action on a ritual or tome possession that you have. And obviously she's got 2 ritual spells. She's got Arcane Insight, which would allow her to zoom a clue to somebody. And she's got Conjuration. She's actually going to use Conjuration. So we're testing Law +1. She is blessed, so that's 6 dice, 6 blessed dice. Let's see what we get. And excellent, that's what I was looking for. We have 4 successes. 4 successes on Conjuration. So we can get 1 item or trinket asset from the reserve. There is this rather excellent one for 4 successes, which is Map of the Ley Lines. Gain +1 law and +1 will. And once per round, you may re-roll 1 die when resolving a test during another world encounter. She definitely is getting that. That is just an excellent asset. Let's flip the card. We've got 4+. Ooh, the magic is powerful and beyond your expectations. Gain 1 additional item or trinket asset from the reserve. And there is one. The whiskey. So we can take the whiskey. And that stops you losing 2 sanity, which as a spellcaster will be very useful for Daisy. So she takes that as well. The only other 2 are the wireless report and search the archive, and they're both service, so she can't have those. Anyway, So we will replenish the reserve. So we've got the double-barreled shotgun. Oh, how cool's that? Yeah, if you roll a 6, it counts as double. So that's excellent as well. 4, something for Charlie to go for. What else? We have police assistance, which is a service. When you gain this card, immediately discard 1 monster of your choice on any space with toughness of 2 or less. Well, unfortunately, the star spawn is 5, but let's have a look at the giant penguin. The giant penguin is 2, and that police assistance only costs 1. So we could have a way of getting rid of the giant penguin, and that would be very good. Always nice to get rid of a monster. Right, so is there anything else for Daisy in that rest action? I think there is, because she's got paranoia. Is paranoia. When you perform a rest action, you may roll 1 die. Let's see if we can get a 5 or a 6. Go on, Daisy. A 1. Pah. Are there any re-rolls that we could use? Unfortunately not. So she's stuck with a paranoia. She's a bit of a bummer. We could do with getting rid of that. Right, so that was a highly, highly useful rest action there from good old Daisy. And what she's going to do for her next action is she's going to move to Tokyo. The reason for that is we have the defeat monsters encounter chance, with the star spawn being 5 toughness. It's pretty hardcore to get rid of. So hopefully Daisy will be able to get a good encounter and we'll be able to put some hurting on it without actually having to fight it ourselves. Okay, so that's it for Daisy. Next up we have Charlie Kane, and he's in London. And here we are with Charlie in London. He is also going to take a rest action. So he's going to go to 4 health and 8 sanity. So he's now fully healed and fully sane, which is good. And what else is he going to do with his second action? Well, his second action, he's going to do his usual, what he's really good at, and that is he's going to do an influence test for assets. So he gets 5 dice. 5 dice. Oh, curses. He's got 1 6. And we could do on his re-roll with getting another success, to be honest. So, come on. Come on, Charlie. Yes! Right, he's got 2 successes. So let's get down to the asset reserve. Here we are at the asset reserve. He's got his 2 successes, and he's obviously going to take a bank loan. So, just a quick shuffle. Right, let's take it off the bottom. That's funding. Debt condition. So he's taking the debt condition, and he's going to get 2 extra successes, which will give him a grand total of 4. What's he going to do? He's obviously going to take the double-barreled shotgun. Gain +4 strength test during combat encounters. Each 6 you roll when resolving the strength test during a combat encounter counts as 2 successes. Just the sort of gun you need if you're running around Africa. So we're going to give that to Ursula. So she's now got the 45 and the double-barreled shotgun. It means Charlie, for the time being, can keep the Holy Spear, because Ursula is plenty tooled up with the 45 automatics and the double-barreled shotgun. So let's replace the reserve. A gruesome talisman. That looks nice, doesn't it? Look at that. Trinket. You may add 1 to the result of 1 die when resolving a will test during a combat encounter. So we'll put that there. Good thing as well, it's a trinket. So that means Daisy could also try and get that. All the others are service. But that was good stuff from our man in London, who is going to stay in London and hopefully be able to shut that gate. Okay, after Charlie, we have Jacqueline Fine. And here we are in Sydney with Jacqueline Fine. Okay, what's Jacqueline going to do? Well, let's have a look. I think the first thing she's going to do is she's going to prepare for travel by picking up a boat ticket. I think that Jacqueline's going to become a bit of a globe-trotter, because there's a few clues here along the bottom of the board, and we do have the expedition at Antarctica as well. So I think what we'll have her do is go to Jakarta, Borneo, wherever it is, Indonesia, just one move. So she's prepared for travel, and then she's just moved once. She's not going to move again because we want that clue. But next turn she'll probably get another ship ticket, and that'll give her 2. And then she should be able to get over to the Southern Atlantic. There's a clue on Space 11 that she should be able to pick up. And then it's a short hop to Buenos Aires, and then perhaps she can move on to Antarctica and the expedition. So that's the plan for Jacqueline. But hopefully she'll be able to pick this clue up. We'll be able to put it on the mystery. Similar, we have Ursula in the heart of Africa. Hopefully she'll be able to pick up that clue and put that on the mystery. Right, that's it for the action phase. Next up is the encounter phase. And here we are with Ursula and our first encounter, which is going to be a research encounter. Let's see if we can get this clue. So let's get the research deck. We are in the wilderness. Talking to one of the locals, you realise that this village and its surrounding farms are inhabited by worshippers of Yog-Sothoth. A cultist monster ambushes you. If you defeat it, manage to reach safety, gain this clue. Well, she's tooled up to the max now. So we get the cultist. Let's have a look on the Yog-Sothoth sheet. So there's no horror check. If you defeat this monster during a combat encounter, lose 1 sanity and gain 1 spell. So we've only got to get 1 off it. There's 1 heart there. Normal strength test. So she's going to use the double-barreled shotgun, which gives her +4. Got 3 strength anyway, so that's 7. She's got 7 dice. 7. Bloody 1 fell out. Urgh. Problem when you roll a lot of dice. There we go, shed load. So she has defeated. We have defeated the cultist. She loses 1 sanity, but she does gain a spell. She's back down to 3 sanity now. Let's see what spell she gets. And the spell she gets, banishment, which is a ritual. Test law +2. If you pass, discard 1 monster on the nearest space containing a gate with toughness equal to or less than your test result. Good spell. We'll have to see if we can give it Daisy or something, because she's the one who's got most chance of getting 5 successes. For example, if we wanted to get rid of the Star Spawn. But that's a good spell. That's to Ursula. So good. And obviously we get to pick up the clue. So this will go straight onto the Beyond 1 mystery card. So we've now got 2 clues on that. We need 4. But excellent stuff. I think that is. Yeah, gain this clue. That's a very good start to the encounter phase. Next up, we have Daisy, and she's in Tokyo. Here we are with Daisy in Tokyo. So let's get the Far East deck. Purple. Let's whiz it over. Tokyo. You study the writings of Princess Takiyasha, hoping to master her sorceress power. So that's a law -1. Test. Her law is currently at 5. She's blessed. Come on, Daisy. And she gets 3 successes. If you pass, you are able to summon an avenging skeleton to carry out your commands. One monster of your choice on any space loses 2 health. Brilliant. Positioned in this manner, just so we could see Mr. Starspawn. And we can also see Mr. Starspawn as I put these 2 babies on it. So we've managed to hit it and put 2 health on it. So that's very good. Very good indeed. Right, I think that's it for the encounter in Tokyo. Yeah, the rest is just what the fail condition would be, and we didn't fail. So that's it for Daisy Walker. Ooh, hang on. Left one of the cards behind. That's it for Daisy Walker. And next up is Charlie Kane in London. And here we are with Charlie in London. What's Charlie going to do? Well, he's going to attempt to shut that gate. So we'll get the gate deck. Right, let's see where he's going to. The underworld. You find yourself surrounded by ghouls. Well, that's not nice. However, they don't seem to be antagonistic towards you. In fact, you believe you could persuade them to help you. Oh dear. Influence test. We love it. Charlie 5 dice on his influence. Come on, Charlie. And he gets 2 successes. So let's move on to the pass condition. The ghouls direct you into the Tower of Koth in the City of the Gugs. As you ascend the tower's stairs, an enormous gug chases after you. The sound of the monstrosity rattles your nerves. Will test. His will's 3. Come on, Charlie. Does he get anything else? I'm just checking the syndicate agent. No, that's all combat encounters. 2 successes. You absolute star, Charlie. If you pass, close this gate. Woo! Brilliant stuff, Charlie. Get thee to the discard pile. And the really good thing about that is it's a constellation gate, and that's next up on the Omen track. So brilliant stuff from Charlie. Okay, next up is Jacqueline Fine over in Jakarta, Singapore, Borneo, Indonesia, wherever the hell it is. Let's move across. Here we are with Jacqueline. What we're going to try and do is obviously we're going to try and pick that clue up. So research encounter deck again. And let's have a look. We're on a city space. A wealthy recluse possesses a vast occult library. You attempt to convince his family to let you examine the books. Influence -2. Ooh. That's tricky. That is a tricky one. Her influence is 2, so she's down to a single die roll, because you can't roll less than 1. I'll just check her stuff to see if she got anything to help her. No. She's just got the lucky ring, so she'll get a re-roll. Come on, Jacqueline. Jacqueline doesn't need re-rolls. If you pass, you obtain several significant texts. Gain 1 tome artifact. Right. Okay. I'll just go and dig one of those out. Won't be a second. Right, I think we have to take this out of the artifact deck itself. I don't think it's the unique asset deck, it's the artifact deck. So what we're going to have to do is just go through them till we find one. Ruby Relay, no. Winter, no. Hyperborean crystal, flute of the outer gods, the Necronomicon, that's a tome. So we'd be testing law. If you pass, you may spend 1 sanity to gain 2 spells. Actually, the Necronomicon's not too bad in this game, is it? It's a bit of a, in Arkham Horror, it's a bit, but she's got the Necronomicon, right. Let's put that in the player area. Good artefact to have. As we've been looking through, I better give these a quick shuffle. Right, let's put those back. Good find from Jacqueline. And we don't gain the clue. So, curses! You know, it's alright getting something really nice, but I'd have preferred the clue. Bloody game. Right, so, because the clue isn't mentioned on that card, we don't get it. We get the Necronomicon, which is nice, but we did want the clue. Ah, damn it. Okay, so we've only got 2 clues onto the mystery. Probably means Jacqueline's going to have to stay there next turn as well, which is, like, annoying. It's 1 step up from being delayed, because she'll be able to actually do something, but she won't be really able to move. That's annoying. Right, so that's it for the encounter phase. And that means that next up, it's the laugh and chuckle phase. And here we are at the Mythos phase. So let's get the Mythos deck. Let's check how many cards we got left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Soon to be 8. Okay, so it's a yellow one. We have Omen movement. The Omen track moves around. It's on a blue constellation. We've got no blue constellation gates, so we've got no doom movement. Reckoning. Good old reckonings. Right, monsters first. First one is the Star Spawn. Roll 1 die. On a 1 or a 2, advance doom by 1. A 6. Ha ha! In your face, Mr. Star Spawn. Oh, come on. Right, so there's that one. There's nothing on the giant penguin, so that's fine. So, Yog. On a space, anybody on a space with a gate? No, there's just Tunguska Gate and there's nobody stood on it, so that's fine. Nothing for Yog. We've got no outstanding Mythos cards, so we can ignore those. What else is there? So we've done monsters, done the ancient one, done the Mythos card, possessions and conditions. Right, let's have a look through. First player, Ursula. Does she have anything? No, she's got nothing with a reckoning on. Next up is Daisy. Oh, she has a paranoia condition and a blessed condition. So we'll do those in a bit. Has she got anything else? No, no possessions. Charlie's got his debt condition. Jacqueline's got a funding condition. But no possessions, I don't think. Oh no, conspiracy theorist. So, got the conspiracy theorist, that's a possession. So, roll 1 die. A 5, so she gets a clue. Unfortunately, it's not a research encounter clue, so it can't go on the mystery. But she's now up to 4 clues. So, let's replace the conspiracy theorist. Player area. Right, now we're on conditions. And the first person with conditions is Daisy Walker. So, paranoia. When you perform a test will. Well, her will's 3. Does she get any help with that? No. So she's got 3 dice. Less dice. Come on, Daisy. And she gets 3 successes. Woohoo! Kleptomania. Against rational thought, you compulsively take what does not belong to you and hide it away. Gain 1 random item asset from the deck. Then you must hide from the authorities. Oh no, hang on. Tess, I didn't fail, did I? I passed. Duh. Right, I didn't have to read the back. Forget that. Fortunately though, we'd already read the back with Jacqueline, so it doesn't matter. But passed it, didn't have to flip the card. Right, and then next one is the blessed condition. I'll roll for a 2. Damn it! So we've lost the blessed condition, I think. I think it's a 1 or a 2. Roll 1 down, a 1 or a 2, discard this card. Curses! Urgh! Right, okay. Next up is Charlie. He's got his deck condition that he just got this turn. So men have come to collect your deck. Flip this card. A sorcerer holds you down and carves a symbol into your forehead. Time to pay what you owe, he says. You attempt to dispel the darkness that fills your thoughts. Test law. Why couldn't he be influenced? His law's 3. Oh, he gets a 6. Nice one. If you fail, you have no recollection of your actions, getting an amnesia condition. Didn't fail, discard the card. Got away with that one. Woohoo! So that's Charlie sorted. And then it's Jacqueline Fine. And as regards conditions, all she has is a funding condition. Let's have a look. Reckoning. If you are on a city space, you may flip this card. She's on a city space, isn't she? Jakarta, number 20. Yeah, let's flip it. Let's see what we've got. Mysterious auction. Through a series of odd encounters, you have earned an invitation to the most curious auction. Strange relics from ancient times and places are being sold off to the highest bidder. Just one of these curios could be of great use to your cause. Gain 1 artifact. Woohoo! Right. Discard the funding condition. I think you discard it. That's true. Yep. Let's get the artifact deck. Let's see what's on the top. Khopesh of the Abyss. Item, magical relic, weapon. Gain +5 strength during combat encounters. Once per round, when you defeat a monster during a combat encounter, you may move to the nearest space containing a monster. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Good stuff. So she's now got the Necronomicon and Khopesh of the Abyss. It's like Norman Withers. She's turning into like Gandalf. Right, cool. Right. Might be a bit of editing here. I've been knocking stuff all over the shop. So if you see it being a bit jumpy and stuff, it's just because I'm bloody hopeless. And I'll cut out all me messing around. Right, next up is a gate. So where's the gate taking us? Ooh, Arkham. Good news is it's Sunburst Gate. That's still a few turns away. Arkham. Charlie's quite close to Arkham, and Ursula's not that far away. But let's find what horrendous monster we're going to get. A mummy. So it's going to be unguarded because this is going to go at the pyramid, surely. Yep. That's what we like, unguarded gates. Next, one good thing is we don't have any tentacles. You wake up in mid-scream and your heart is racing. What little you can remember of your nightmare was so visceral and horrific that you dread falling back asleep. Haunting nightmares. Event. Each investigator loses 2 sanity and gains a madness condition unless they spend 1 clue. What a horrible card. Quite why that didn't have tentacles on, I don't know. Okay, the only people who can spend clues, who are going to spend clues, are Ursula Downs, she had one, and Jacqueline Fine. It's 2 clues that they're going to spend, so they don't get a madness condition or lose any sanity. So, who's going to lose sanity then? Daisy. So that puts her down to 5 sanity. Fortunately, both Daisy and Charlie have high sanity. Charlie loses 2. So he's still got 6 sanity, however. The pain is going to be these madness conditions. Curses. We're going to have to try and get rid of. Right. Cut. Whoop. Right. For Daisy, amnesia. When you perform a rest action, you may roll 1 die. On a 5 or 6, discard the card. Test will on the reckoning. So she's paranoid and she's an amnesiac. Brilliant. Charlie's got hallucinations. Again, perform a rest action, a 5 or 6, we can get rid of it. But it'll be, if you fail, like, obviously flip this card. Jacqueline can obviously look at one of those. So, who should we do it on? I think we'll do it on Charlie. So, let's have a look at the back of the hallucination condition. Actually, remember to do this in the right order. I'm stunned. Delusions. You see now that all of this supposed evidence you've been collecting is just nonsense. Discard all your clues. Well, fortunately, you don't have any. Your head feels so clear now. All the monsters and conspiracies you've been hunting were obviously figments of your imagination. Then discard this card. Well, that's not too bad, actually. He's just spawning clues at London. He's not particularly picking them up. So, that's not too bad. Just make sure he doesn't have any clues in his possession while he's got that card. Somebody who does get a clue, though, gets that clue back, is Jacqueline. Gets that back for using that ability. Good-o. Right, so that's the end of the mythos phase. From, I think, let's just check. Yes, stage 1. There's, oh no. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. We're still in stage 2 of the mythos deck. Next turn. Went really well, I think, that turn. We're done with Jacqueline actually picking up that clue instead of getting the Necronomicon. In a madness condition and losing 2 sanity at the end wasn't too bad either. It was on our most sane characters, pretty much. So we got away with that, and we got some good stuff. We got Phat Lewt. Phat Lewt last turn. We've done pretty well. Okay, I'll go and load this up, and then I'll come back with the turn review. Toodaloo. Hello everyone, welcome back to the turn review. Yes, as I touched on, a very good turn. We did indeed get some Phat Lewt. So we got the whiskey, the map of the ley lines, a banishment spell, we got double-barreled shotgun, Kopesh of the Abyss, and the Necronomicon. So pretty much a supermarket sweep went on. All that'll be very useful. The only bad stuff that happened was obviously getting the amnesia and hallucination conditions for Charlie and for Daisy. Fortunately, Jacqueline wasn't able to pick up that clue because we didn't get the opportunity to pick up that clue. We did get a gate on Arkham, but fortunately, again, we got a spawn monster that went to the pyramids, the mummy. We've got the giant penguin on Antarctica, but we did manage to get a couple of wounds onto our remaining monster, the star spawn, which is at Tunguska. Ideally, we'd like to close that gate at Tunguska, but the star spawn, it's just too powerful. We're probably going to have to let that go, the Tunguska gate, and just hope we don't get a monster surge. And then hopefully we'll be able to get rid of the star spawn. Right, oh, next turn. What are we going to do? Well, I think we'll change our first player. And our first player is now going to be... I think we'll make it Daisy, I think. Yeah, Daisy can be our first player. What's Daisy going to do? Well, I think she'll actually stay in Tokyo. Do another rest action. It'll mean she can use her conjuration spell again. Then, in fact, I think I messed up when I did a conjuration spell in the rest action last time. I think I missed 2 extra lore for the Mystic Bounty Hunter. So I think I should have had a lot more dice. But there was only 2 items that ended up in the reserve. So I could have only got those 2 items anyway. I couldn't have got any of the services. So it was just lucky I rolled well because I missed out on 2 dice. I think she'll stay in Tokyo and we'll try and get another good encounter and get rid of that star spawn. Failing that, we'll get rid of one of the other monsters. After her, it'll be Charlie Kane. He's in London. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to move him to Arkham. It's only 1 move. He's going to go to Arkham and he's going to try and shut that gate. So we'll move to Arkham. I think he'll perform a rest action in Arkham. So he's not going to go for any assets this next turn. Try and get rid of the hallucination condition, and he's going to try and shut that gate in Arkham. Next up will be Jacqueline Fine. Jacqueline is going to stay in Jakarta and try and get that clue. We do need to put a clue on to the mystery. So hopefully she will be able to do that. Ideally, with that Kopesh of the Abyss, it might have been pretty good for her to take on the star spawn, but we need the clue. I'm just going to go for the clue, baby. And she's also going to pick up another ship ticket. Then she should be able to get to space 11 to pick up another clue. So that's it for Jacqueline. That'll be the turn after, obviously. Ursula Downs, she's at the heart of Africa. Now, she is going to go to Dakar, I think, which is only 2 away. She could go to space 11 in the South Atlantic. I think... Oh, actually, why doesn't she do that? Yeah, she'll go to space 11 in the South Atlantic. Jacqueline will pick up the clue at Jakarta and she'll go to space 11. Ursula in the South Atlantic and pick that clue up. She can always move on to Buenos Aires and she can go to Antarctica eventually. I was thinking perhaps going to Dakar, but it's much of a muchness, I think. So she'll go there, try and pick up that clue. Hopefully we should get the 2 clues we need to finish the final mystery. So then, final mystery, I wish. Finish the second mystery and get on to the final mystery. And hopefully we'll be in a good spot. The only possible fly in the ointment is that Tunguska gate, but like I say, with that star spawn there, I think we're going to struggle. And I don't, even with the magical item of Jacqueline, I think we might struggle with it. It's a nasty monster, so let's hope that Daisy can do something from Tokyo. Okay, right, so that'll be next turn. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. That's the end of turn 8. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks very much for all the subscriptions and all the views and for all the tactical tips. Very much appreciated. That's it from me, Catweazle. I'm signing off and see you next time. Toodaloo.